Our sponsors: The Finkley Experience, HBCU First, The Jamal Bakes Morning Show, J&J Leadership Academy. Thank you for your contributions towards The Michael Finkley Show. HBCU First. HBCU First Incorporated is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. HBCU First is a student-led community advancing the well-being and economic participation of America's Black youth. As the leading HBCU internship and mentoring academy, we empower elite students from 70-plus historically Black colleges and universities with in-demand college-to-career skills. For more information, visit their website, www.hbcufirst.com.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is B Slade, and you're watching The Michael Finkley Show. Keep it locked.
There's a new familiar face this time. Say hello to the new daytime. See it everywhere you go, doing the greatest show. It's no other than the Michael Finkley Show. There is no other. He's like no other. I'm so glad that someone resonates with me and celebrate with me and start to
Welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now, y'all, my next guest, I'm very proud to chat with this next person because he knows what I went through going to an HBCU and living in their dream as well. He is the Grammy winner composer himself, none other than Robert Diggy Morrison. How are you?
I was waiting on the applause at the machine.
It's here.
All good, all good.
Thank you so much for being with us just a few moments and just chatting with you and talking about your passion. When I read your story and I saw what you did and what you're still doing, I feel that you're the definition of passion because it follows you wherever you go, especially with the world of music. So I must ask, what has music done for you all these many years since you've been in it?
Music. What has music done for me? See, every time I get these interview questions, they're different and they're like profound. So now I have to come up with like the answer now for that one. What has music done for me over the years? It has afforded me some great opportunities to travel, to learn from other great musicians. It has also afforded me financial freedom, a little bit of it, I can say. I don't work as much as I used to. And music has, and I think you mentioned something about passion, the passion in it that has kept me grounded, being able to listen to finite things in music and pick things out, I think that's what makes me a little different than everybody else. I mean, I know a lot of, cold musicians, but being able to have that anointing, and let me explain that word right quick. And it just tears me up a little bit, but a friend of mine, Tony Grant, he sings lead for the Temptations. And Tony Grant says to me, I told him, we'd been working together for some years and we writing these songs and stuff, and he was using them in stage plays. And so he says to me, I said, why do you always come to me? Why me? I said, Tyler Perry, because he was, on the Tyler Perry show and all these big shows. I said, why me? I said, all these musicians and you're traveling. And he says, brother, because you're anointed. And from that point right there, I couldn't say that. So it doesn't matter if, you can play guitar the fastest, or you can play keyboards the fastest, or the drums the fastest. It's fitting in and knowing your lane and knowing what you have to do, and that's it. And so I feel like I'm super anointed to be able to fit in and give back without going over the top. You know what I'm saying?
I love the way you use the word anointed because I feel that it goes into our gifts. It's not a talent that you have, it's a gift. And our gifts make room for us and they set us before great men. And so, with that, you've used your gift to get to where you are today by the grace of God. And so, how did this love begin? We see the passion behind it, but where did it stem from?
The love started, or it was instilled early on with my grandmother. Uh, and I'll give you an example, just really quick. You remember the Andy Griffith Show? And you remember how the Darlings would come over and play? Well, I kid you not. That's how it was in our household. Every Friday night, fish was cooking, spades were played, the musicians would get together and they would play, And for me, that was a turning point because I would listen intently. I would go, wow, they're playing blues, they're playing, hillbilly music or whatever they're playing. But that was a starting point with my grandmother and them in the room. And then my uncles and them had a band. And so I would listen to, our cousins, my brothers and cousins and I would listen to the band on, say, Friday nights before the show or whatever. So that's how we honed in our skills. So it was a combination of moms, grandmama, my dad. My dad sang, rest his soul. He sang. And I think we picked a lot of that up early on, but not knowing that I was gonna do it. I'm the last man standing doing the music thing in the family. So it was a thing of just being blessed with a bunch of great people around me early. Music, I always tell people, music chose me. I didn't choose music. I didn't want to do music. It was just fun to do. It was fun to pick up a guitar. It's fun to bang on the drum or play the piano or whatever, but that wasn't my passion. Not at all. I liked it. I like writing songs. My mom used to call me her little Burt Bacharach. Shout out to Joanne. So all these things was happening around me, but I didn't see it. I wanted to play football. I wanted to be like the rest of the kids and go and do things, So it chose me. It chose me. It really did. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing that it chose you because it led you to, again, amazing things that happen later in life. It's amazing how sometimes, we don't understand the process when we're going through it, but at the end of it, it's like, oh, that's why, right? That's why I had to go through that. That's why I was introduced to that person, or that's why this happened in my life.
Yeah.
And so I feel yeah.
I agree with you 100%. I was a freshman, not knowing, and you say how it happened, a freshman coming into a high school that I didn't want to attend. Did not. I had no passion to go to this high school or enthusiasm to go to this high school. And the counselor, Gail Williams, she said, just stay a semester, join, and I'll get you in a beginner's band and you could have fun. And I'm like, I don't want to join no band. I didn't want to stay at the school, And so I joined the band reluctantly. And some of the guys were at my high school. Well, we were all in the same community. So, oh man, if you play trombone, you can sit with us, da da da. And it just happened to the point where I started playing trombone. And with that said, the high school band director saw that within 4 months, I was in advanced band in January from September, advanced band. And that was due in part to my ear. I have very good ears. I have perfect pitch. You can sing, I can tell you what key you in. So that's what that was, So, and then I just escalated from there. So the band program unofficially gave me my start. Mm-hmm.
And you continued on to college, correct?
Pardon?
And then you went on to college with that.
I got a scholarship in trombone. That's how good I was.
See, love.
Yeah.
Well, a person is like, I don't want to do this. To I got a full scholarship in the trombone.
I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to play football. I can call my high school band director right now. I was in the band in the football practice with the guys, because I wanted to play football downstairs on the second floor, and we were on the fourth floor or the third floor with the band. And he says, "Where's Robert?" He's down with the football team. He goes down there and he sees me sitting there in the football meeting. He was like, "Son, you can't wear both hats." There's a ton of baritone voice. "Son, you can't wear both hats." I'm like, "What do you mean? Get back upstairs." Get back upstairs. And so the next day or the same day after that practice rehearsal practice was, I was back upstairs the next day in the band, and I forgot all about the football team.
Oh my! But it was
Yeah.
something that needed to be done, and again, look where it got you in life. Ultimately, in that, so we have to talk about college because you went to an HBCU in
Yes,
Arkansas, the University of Arkansas, Pine Bluff.
yes, yes.
And how was that experience and even molding your gift even more?
Molding, and then I get to college my freshman year. Um, the upperclassmen heard that I was a guitar player because I had been, strumming around, and I was. We got there early for band camp, So somebody says, "Well, hey, this guy plays guitar," and they needed a guitar player for the R&B band called Polo at the time, and I fit right in. I went back home the second semester and got my guitar and joined. But the experience of being on campus, learning new friends, um, honing in my skills, learning the shows every week. It was fascinating. It was something different to do. It was fun. I did not want to come home. I wasn't homesick. A lot of kids at 18, "Oh, I want to go back home to my mom."
Mhm.
I want to go back home to my mama. And I told her, "Mom, stop sending me money," because I was playing in little R&B bands and blues lounges and things like that. So I told her, "Just don't send me any money. I'll figure it out." And I did. Hmm.
And people, I think students miss that these days and times. College is supposed to be that situation in life where I'm here, so I guess I have to figure it out for myself because I went through the same thing as well. I went to an HBCU myself, Allen University, and it was just another community built while I was there. So I
Hmm.
didn't want my mom to worry about me. I'm like, I'm good. I got you. I'm good. Let me get you when I get my refund. You know,
I know,
and
right? Hmm.
or my
Yeah,
work study check. Let me get you.
right, right, right.
And even in molding your gift there as well and graduating, what would you say was your first big break in the industry?
After graduating, I started understanding the Chicago community for music. Like there were a whole bunch of people here, tons and tons of famous people that I didn't think I was going to ever meet because I was just home trying to work in communications, speech and theater, you know. And so it turns out that I winded up, um, I guess, running into a couple of guys, and my first big song was a remix for Michael Jackson, which was "Hold on Me" by Michael Jackson. Hmm. So yeah, that's what that was about, and that was the first one. That was my first.
You say
Mhm.
it so casually. Like, yeah, that was my first one.
Well, that was the first one. It
That was
was
the first
just
one.
something I
Yeah.
did. I called my mom. I said, "Mom, listen through the speakers." And that wound up getting me. I think it was. I don't know if it's platinum or gold. I have to look back there and see right now. I can't remember.
You're so humble.
Hmm.
You're
Yeah.
so humble. I love it. I love it. Oh
Oh
my
yeah. That
gosh.
was my first opportunity on a bigger stage, remix production. I come from that because I was a piano player in college as well as high school. Uh, and so the guys heard me play and they wanted to audition me to come up and play on some records for them. And so all the records you see in the back are remix production records that I've played on. So from Beyonce to Michael Jackson to Janet Jackson to Omarion and so forth. So those records were all. a reason, a situation for me to be in the studio, listen to the vocals, and create new music around the vocals. Hmm.
Dude, that's amazing. In doing all of this with different artists and that kind of thing, could you even imagine, as you were even going through the process of this little person, being from where I am and from what I've learned in high school and college and within life, could you even still imagine yourself doing what you were doing?
No, I often think about it. I just don't know where and what I'd be doing if it wasn't for music. Although I didn't choose music, I didn't want to do it. I liked it, but I don't know. I probably would be a family man, with a few kids, or not married at all. But I don't know. I don't. It would have just been different. So I look back at my life and I think about what would have, or how it would have happened. But like say leaving college and then running across all these people that I met, background singers, professional background singers, from arrangers, people that had worked on Earth, Wind and Fire, just a plethora of people that I met just in my path and in my walk. And they wanted me on their projects. or they worked with me on my projects. Hmm.
Gotcha. I love it. And let's fast forward to family business. Uh,
Okay.
how did that scenario get in you onto your bingo card?
That's the bingo card. You know what?
The bingo card.
I just found out last summer how I got the gig. I knew I got the gig, but I just found out who recommended me. Gayla Belay, she's a hairstylist on the show. And I had called a friend of mine. Well, first off, I got the call. I was sitting here in my house, in my apartment, and when 818 comes up on my phone, I know it's business. I know it's money right away, automatically, hands down. 818 pops up, and I say, "This is money. I'm not letting it get away." So the guy on the other end hangs up. I'm like, "Oh my God, I gotta call him back." So I call back. He says, "Hey, I was looking for Rob Diggy Morrison. I'm a, director for the family business, and we were looking for a composer for the show." He had already went to my SoundCloud page and heard some things, and he says, "You're a great fit for what we're doing." So from there, he asked me, was I busy? Because if I'm busy, of course I can't, get to work the job. So um, I wound up telling him I'm not busy. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to roll. And I called a few friends of mine that were on the show. I called Trisha Mann Grant, who's a very dear friend of mine, like my sister. She plays Dominique on the show. And Carl Gilliard, who plays Brother Minister, who's just off. He's gonna kill me for saying that, but he was off. He said, "But make sure you kill me in style with the music." Well, I didn't kill you. The music is just gonna accentuate how you dying. So I called him and he says, "No, Rob." He says, "It wasn't me." And Trisha said it wasn't me. So I'm like, "Well, who?" Found out last year it was Gayla Belay, because I went to a book signing that Carl Weber had. And she says, I'm the one that told Trey about you." I'm like, "You?" I said, "I've been calling everybody and asking them, and nobody had any answers but her." And she told me, and we just hugged. And that was my first time meeting her, because we were always Facebook friends. So a lot of my contacts and things have come from Facebook. People I don't know, but they'll recommend me because they see I'm putting content out there. And there used to be a time where I didn't want to put content out because people would judge or think. Not now. I'm like, I'm gonna throw it in your face. You gonna take this medicine. You gonna take. And the thing of it is that the more I kept doing it, the more I got comfortable doing it. I'm like, okay, I got a great publicist. Desiree Benson. She's doing what she's doing. She's putting me out there all the time. So I'm like, you know what? Let's work it. So now I get calls. "Man, your publicist, she's really." Yes, that's how she gets down. So hey, kudos to her, and that's how we've been doing it. So I don't have a problem posting content about what I do, not at all. Mm-mm.
Well, keep posting. Keep
Thank you.
posting, Robert. Keep posting
Thank you
because
so much.
you ain't done yet. You ain't finished yet. Because there's somebody that still needs to see you that hasn't seen you yet. They still need to see you. So keep posting, sir. But Think Fam, when we come back, we're gonna go into one of our newest segments called "What If" with Robert. Don't go away.
Thank you.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ursula Robinson, Miss Linda from Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black, and you're watching the only show to watch, The Michael Finkley Show.
Hello, everybody. It's Finkley from the Finkley Experience. We're an educational consulting firm that specializes in first-generation education. So we assist students with their college and career endeavors. We train school administrators on the state of first-generation students. And also, we partner with colleges and universities to assist with their first-generation population for easy transition from high school to college. So if you're looking for a presenter or a speaker that presents on these topics and so much more, visit our website at thefinkleyexperience.com and learn about all that we do. We're looking forward to working with you. Everybody, welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Still chatting with Robert here, and he gets to play one of our newest segments called "What If." Now, within this segment, I love this segment, Robert, because it allows us to reflect a little bit in life. Sometimes life does life, but it's good to reflect sometimes as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if Robert was not the multi-award-winning composer, artist he is today, what would Robert be doing?
Mowing lawns? No. I had to make you laugh on that one, Mike. I would probably be working a job, probably in tech or something like that. Oh no, I'm sorry, I take that back. Not in tech, but in television tech, probably. That was because my major was communication, so I probably would have ventured off into that arena of communications. Mm-hmm.
Really? I would have never expected that. Why that avenue?
Because that was my major in college. I just couldn't find a job when I graduated. Because being from Arkansas, they didn't have all the special equipment in the studios, like they did in the North, where like at Columbia College in Chicago, Roosevelt University, they had all the top-notch stuff because those kids were leaving those colleges and universities and going right to CBS and ABC and things like that. Well, I applied, but I had no experience. I had just a little bit of experience. So I figured, let me try to apply anyway, like for an internship or something. And I got all no's across the board, all networks. But that didn't stop me because I had a plan B. I was always a musician in the back of my head, So I can always do music, It won't pay as much, but we're gonna work it out. We're gonna work it out. And God worked it out. Trust me.
And it worked out, period. It worked out. Oh my goodness. I love that. When we come back, Robert's gonna ask our season question of what's his biggest dream? Think fam, don't go away.
Everybody, this is your boy Rufus Johnson. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I am a singer, songwriter, artist, producer, all of that good stuff, philanthropist, and you are watching the Michael Finkley Show.
You're so good, and you never change.
Hi guys, welcome to Awaken. We wanted to serve the city of Mullins. We are church owned, and we felt like a coffee shop was such a huge need in the city of Mullins. There's nowhere for people to just come, get a cup of coffee, sit with friends, maybe do some work on the laptop. And so we feel like it was a service that we could give back to the city. Well, our hope is that people will feel calm, that they'll feel welcome, that it'll be a place where they can come and just clear their mind.
We come here twice a day. That's how good their smoothies, their coffee, their lattes. frappe is delicious. I would love the atmosphere here. If I had time to come and just sit and relax, I would. It's awesome.
One thing that I really love about it being here is just the cozy environment. It's so inviting. I can come in here and I can get my schoolwork done, a good coffee and a good meal. But I'm just really thankful that they're here and that I have a good place to go.
We're open Tuesday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Awaken Coffee Bar, downtown Mullins.
Looking for some of the best soul food right here in Mullins, South Carolina? I promise you, come on down to Garden Alley.
Our great salad's fabulous. Our Watergate, our potato salad, our chicken is fresh. Macaroni and cheese is salted to perfection. I haven't found anything that's not great. Best ever.
Banana pudding, cakes, pies. Yeah. Selection is huge. Garden Alley is an awesome place to eat. I really love it.
Come by and see the amazing staff at Garden Alley, downtown Mullins. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Still chatting with Robert here. And Robert, seasoning again for here at the Michael Finkley Show is Season of Dreams. And so, Robert, we must ask, what is your next biggest dream?
My next biggest dream, I would really, and I've been like foreseeing this for a long time, I really want to do network television. And when I mean network television, I mean like, say, my channel of choice or network of choice would be, I think it's NBC Universal. And I'd like to score either the Chicago Med, PD, Fire, one of those three shows. Dick Wolf has it locked down. And I was inquiring about it just the other day. And I believe all that post-production work happens in LA, not Chicago. So I still I know where the studios are. I've been there hundreds of times, but that's when Empire was hot. I used to hang out down there a lot, doing some other work, you know. But my biggest goal or dream would be to get on one of those networks, on one of those shows, like hands down. I mean, I'll take CBS, I'll take ABC, but I'll take NBC too for those shows. And I feel like I have the talent to do it. I've listened, I've studied. So I can do that. And they can do it. You know, that other race, just saying it, they getting the experience and they're getting the financial, you know, presence of it. But I can do it. I just need the opportunity, you know. And I've been plugging away, talking to people, asking questions, you know, because like I said, I know it's not here, it's in LA. So that would be the only thing that I'd have to get on the plane and go hang out at Starbucks with those writers, because that's what they do. They go in Starbucks and they write their scripts and stuff like that, right? In Studio City.
Faithfully. Faithfully. I love that because my best friend always tells me that our words are listening. Our words are listening. And since we said these words, they have to come to pass now. So it's going to come to pass. And so when it happens, I'm like, I remember when he said that. It happened here. It happened right here. So just we continue to believe in your words. Definitely continue to believe in your words.
I totally believe. And I talk to God about it too. Mm-hmm. That's right. Right.
I love that. And when I love your story because I love the aspect of people giving flowers to individuals while they can still smell them. Mm-hmm. And you were inducted into the HBCU Hall of Fame per your alma mater. How was that moment for you? Because I could only just burst into tears myself. And my school calls me and talking about, yeah, you're going to be I'm like, what? How was that moment for you?
The moment I was elated. I got the call from a friend of mine, Diane Gentry, and Diane recommended put my name in the pot for that, and they chose me. So among a lot of other people, I guess they didn't. I don't know if they had anybody in mine is from media and entertainment or in that area. So I don't know how many people they had in that area, but looking at my credentials at that time, oh yeah, I was on point. So um it happened during COVID. So that was the downside of it. But we got to do a ceremony through, Zoom, and my family was in the background and all on the floor. And I think COVID was over with pretty much, but still distancing. And so in 1921, so in 2021, they gave me they sent the trophy here, and it's really nice. And so I had the opportunity to nominate someone as well. So I nominated my friend Larry Braggs, who's a accomplished singer with Marcus Miller and some other people. So I got him on. And so what happens is his award is like this tiny. I sent him a picture of mine. It's like really big. So he was like, "Oh man, this is gonna be nice." So when he got it, he was like, "Oh." But that's my guy. So I have a Hall of Fame jacket coming. I have a Hall of Fame jacket. It's en route right now. I'm waiting on it. And the moment itself, but then we went down to Arkansas for the ceremony, and it was a breakfast and things like that. It was really nice, really nice. So they honored me well.
I love it. And again, you can smell the flowers, right? While you are living and breathing and walking on earth right now. And that's always a good thing. Definitely a good thing. With all that you've done in this short time on earth that you've been here, are you proud of yourself?
I am. I am, like, I was going to use another word. I am overly proud. Like, I am exceptionally proud. That's where I was, exceptionally proud of myself. Every day I wake up, I'm thankful. I turn out the lights, and when I wake up, the first thing I see is the plaques as a reminder, don't stop. There are more plaques. Now, those are mine, of course, and I played on all those records, but to have my own record produced on somebody, that's my goal as well. So I remind myself every day that if Joe Blow can do it, I can do it, and I can do it better. It says, anything you can do, I can do better. I think that was from Annie Oakley. I believe it was, but well, one of those movies anyway. But that was one Annie Oakley. But anyway, just making sure I am focused and ready to roll when that phone rings. Ready to roll when that text message comes through. And I'll give you a case in point. When Desiree texts, it's like a surprise. It's like going in the Cracker Jack box. This is it. So you just never know who's going to be on the other end. The recipient, I'm going to be the recipient of some really super great news. So I'm ready. I have to stay ready. I practice more guitar now and some piano, so I have to hone my skills every day. So there's always something for me to do here in my apartment. If I'm watching television, then I can grab my guitar and strum along, just pick line or whatever. But the ultimate goal is to be successful. I'm already successful in my own right. I just need a couple more mountains, so just a couple more cliffs I need to get to. And I'll be all right.
I love that you said success. You said this success. How did you define success?
I define success on the natural ability to do what you do best. That's success in its own right. Because if you know that you can do it and be comfortable with doing it, other people will see your good works. That's successful within itself. You don't have to have $1 million in the bank to be successful. It's what you do in your heart. It's what you're giving back. It's how you're giving back, rather. You get what I'm saying? So if you're giving back And if you're honing your skills and you're doing all these great things, you're successful in your own right. I used to have a problem with that word. Like everybody was successful. They were driving big cars. They were doing this. They were doing that. But I'm thinking, I'm successful. I'm just as successful as they are. So I look at what I've done and some of the accomplishments that I've had. So I look at all that and say, you know what? I'm just as important as they are. They might hit the drum machine a little harder, but I'm hitting it too. They may hit the key of C a little lighter. I may hit it a little harder. So it's sometimes it's the loudest one in the room. Sometimes it's the lightest one in the room. It all depends. So success to me is love. It's love as well. Yeah.
Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, what is Robert working on right now?
Right now,
wow! Just sitting there twiddling your thumbs. What are you working on now?
Well, I'm working on a film. I just finished a film last night. It was a student film for a friend of mine called Restraining Order, something like that. I can't think of the name of it. But I did that. I did a film a couple of weeks ago called White History Month. Right. Right. And it's the opposite of what, it's crazy. It's a crazy movie. It's a thriller actually, or a drama thriller. And I'm still working on, we're doing a remix for a client. They wanted The Love I Lost by Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. So I've been laying guitars all day. I've been laying keys all day, doing that. And I'm working on, like I said, another independent film. So they come, the work comes in. I just got a call last night for a feature that I'm going to have a meeting with the guy probably in a couple of days. Probably by, what's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're going to meet to discuss how I can fit in. The producer knows me. The director doesn't know me. So I have to do a hard sell. Somebody has to do a sale on getting me this work. And he said, oh, everybody compares my job to like the family business. I'm like, you can't compare BET to your money. It's different. I said, we don't have BET money. It's okay. I work for a sandwich if you pay me. If no, I'm just playing.
I know Robert not going for no bologna sandwich.
I'm not going for no bologna sandwich. Never. I'm not going for that. But no, I work with everybody's budgets. Send me something. Just don't leave me high and dry. You may not have the BET budget. It's okay. But you can still hire me. I get that so much, and I don't want to let them. I don't want them to be stuck in a box. Well, we don't want to get robbed because he's working for BET. As I'm not working for BET. I don't work for BET. I work for Tridesta and Pick Studios, and they pay me. BET that's the conduit, and Viacom. So they get it all backwards. So at the end of the day, if you want to hire me, hire me. Don't worry about. We'll get past the budget stuff later. Everybody, because they're budget conscious, and I get it. The times have changed and everything like that. So I work with you. Let's just see what we can come up with.
I love it. That's Robert himself, everybody. Now, I know that the story is always going to continue even after this interview. So how can the Think fam follow you on social media?
I can be reached at, I like to use my Instagram, which is composer, 4, and films with a Z, or just simply Rob space and then Diggy, Diggy. So I would say the best possible way is to just to Google me under Rob Diggy, and I'll come right up.
All right, there you go. There you go, Think family. Simple as that. Yeah. Simple as that. But I want to say thank you so much, Robert, for being with us. Tell us your story, who you are, and just making yourself that much more three-dimensional for us. We appreciate you.
I appreciate this interview. This was you kind of choked me up in the beginning. You kind of got me, Mike, but I'm okay. I got past it, thinking about how the humble beginnings were, and not knowing that it was gonna evolve into something bigger, you know. So yeah, I thank you so much for that, because I have to keep remembering where I came from,
Exactly.
where it all happened, in my grandmother's living room, you know, listening to music, and my mom's house, listening to those old soul records and stuff.
I love it. Reflective time is always quality time. So I
Mm-hmm,
appreciate you,
mm-hmm,
sir, for just
mm-hmm.
for being that vulnerable for us as well. And
Thank
Think Fam, thank you so much for watching as well. And remember to always pursue your dreams. Have a good one.